to go back, and then we also have to facilitate that ADAD. So there's sections. I don't know if they were part of the training, but I was looking at it. I don't remember anything about the training. I just was doing training myself.
Just about 6.
Okay.
So we have to make it easy 1 minute. Like verbiage?
Yes.
Okay. And I put it like this 'cause I don't wanna show you. Okay. Melissa, can you go on that side?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. And we are going to get started in about 5 minutes to just allow for more residents to come. If you are tuning in, this is the How Do You Connect workshop facilitated by the City Communications Division, Office of the Mayor. And the purpose of this workshop is to obtain different feedback from community residents in different manners. And I just want to remind folks that are watching from the live stream that while you will not be able to participate directly from the live stream serves as a purpose so that you can understand where we are going with these workshops, and so that you can also become acclimated with the different methods of feedback that you have available, which is a survey. So we'll get into that in just about 2 minutes.
So we'll give about 2 minutes.
Everybody's so quiet. Oh, that's city council. Oh, yeah.
So Mel, while I talk, Mel, can you point to, when I start with the online survey, can you just click on the online survey? Oh, wait, give me 1 more minute. Oh, it's 6:02. And, okay, here we go.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for joining us once again. My name is Claudia Ayala, City Communications Director for the City of Berwyn, Office of Mayor Robert J. Lavero, and I'm joined by my colleague and Media Manager for City Communications, Melissa, which is right here in front of me, and she will be handling the aspect of the website that we have here for you today on our projection screen. Again, for the folks that are joining us on this live stream serves for the purpose of making sure that community residents understand and know that they have the opportunity to provide feedback to the City Communications Division to 2 different methods. Today we are doing a live in-person evening meeting, but we will also be sending information on how all residents can contribute their feedback via online. For today, I'm going to go ahead and just refer residents to our website. Our website is www.berwyn-il.gov, and the hyphen is also known as a dash, so it's berwyn-il.gov. And so here we have our website. If you can't see it from the live stream, you can always plug that into your browser, the berwyn-il.gov, and then you will be able to open up our page. One of the first things that we have here is 5 clickable quick links on the city's main page. We also have 5 ledgers: community guide, government, priorities, services, and our How Do I section. Right below that, we have a video which prompts residents to download our City of Berwyn mobile app, which is available through your Apple or Android devices, depending on what you have, your Apple store or your Android store. And so you can always download the mobile app. Please be advised that with some of the updates from our new website through our service providers, Granicus, We will be phasing out the application, and the mobile view will be replacing this app. You can also already view the mobile view right now from your phones. So in the middle section is 5 quick links for new residents, online forms, online survey, pay your bill, and meeting minutes. I want to refer the residents watching online to the online survey, which is right in the middle of the page. This icon will lead you to the How Do I Connect? When you click on the icon, you will see that there is an online poll that is currently open. When you click on that poll, you will have several different options, and we're going to get started. That's going to be the first part of our workshop here with the How Do I Connect? So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the area where we have the easel and start to write down some of the information of how the residents that are here with us today connect with the City of Berwyn. Okay, and you do not have to share your name. You can sign in and you can let us know, but if you would like to just let us know how you connect, we can include that information right here. So I'll get started. Is there anybody here that wants to participate? Okay, 1 second. And
Hi, hello, I'm Jim.
okay, Jim, and thank you so much for joining us today, Jim. And we have a couple of different options, but I wanted to know, how do you usually connect with the City of Berwyn? What is the way that you connect with us for news and to find out what's going on in the city?
Mostly through social media,
Okay.
traditionally. I follow you guys on Facebook. And I've noticed you started to put more content on Instagram, too.
Instagram, so social media. All right, and is this your preferred method, or is this just the easiest way that you
It's been
can
the
reach
easiest
us?
way.
Okay, awesome. And are you familiar with our website, www.berwyn?
I am.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to go ahead and give that to somebody else.
I like to connect through the robocalls. I like receiving the phone calls. They're in English and Spanish.
Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you very much. So the robocall system is a system that we have available on our website, and also this is available on the Berwyn Police Department's website, and you'll see that it's called, we'll just go to the website right now. There it is. Where is it, Mel? Safety?
Sign up for emergency, or either one, safety or the police page.
Okay, and to sign up for those robocalls, you can click on the priority section under safety. There you'll find different information on how to reach our Berwyn Police Department and Berwyn Fire Department through the emergency and non-emergency numbers that they provide. And in addition, be able to sign up for the emergency alert program, which is also known as the robocall and ENS. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so is there any other, we can go right back to the survey. So I'm just gonna take, by a show of hands, folks do, how many folks connect via your alderman's page, and also how many folks connect with city pop-ups? Can I have a show of hands? Just, okay, all right, so we have a couple of folks that do connect with the alderman page. And what we do is we have the information included of the direct emails and phone numbers for all 8 of our city councilmen on the website under government. But you can also follow us on social media, and when you do, when these respective aldermen have meetings or ward meetings, you can find that their respective social media handles will be included on our social media postings. For those residents that are interested in following your councilman on Facebook, please be sure to follow us on Facebook so that you can view where their handles are.
I connect via the webpage when I'm gonna pay my water bill. I also like when the city has pop-ups, when they're visual.
Okay, thank you. And again, those city pop-ups, we've executed city pop-ups for the past 2 years. This all initiated with Census 2020 when we had over 120 community partners, and we saw the value of collaboration between agencies, particularly schools. So we are very proud and honored to be supported by District 201, District 100, and District 98, which are our agency partners. And so again, we just want to make sure that you know that the city pop-ups will also be at community locations like school gatherings, like ward meetings, or even at community locations like World's Largest Laundromat or Pete's or Tony's Fruit Market. We're trying to go to different areas of the city, and all our pop-ups can be found under the events section or the community calendar or our website at berwyn-il.gov. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the next part. And so now we're going to the priority section under safety. And here I'm going to have 3rd Ward Alderman Richard Leija lead us in this workshop so that we can find out what kind of visuals do we want to see under the safety, both emergency and non-emergency.
Thank you. So when you go to the safety page, what are you looking for? Why are you there? Is it emergency stuff or non-emergency? Does anyone?
Non-emergency phone number.
Okay. Yes. Non-emergency phone number. Oh, thank you. Anyone else? Reporting crimes. Anyone else? Anyone on this side?
Okay.
No? Okay.
So that's under our emergency. What about non-emergency?
What about animal control or anything like that?
Animal control. Graffiti.
Graffiti.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, and you just want to go ahead and give a little bit of briefing on the last one that we did on some of the...
Oh, yeah. So what? Last month we had at my ward meeting we did this same process, and we got a lot of information. We got a lot of feedback, and we're using that to make these the visuals and the stuff we're putting together on the website. So that was very good. So if you have any information, if you have any feedback at all, please fill out these forms or contact us through the website or wherever you want. Give us the feedback because we're using it, and that's how we put all this together. And so we're putting together a report of that meeting, and we'll also this meeting, and we're going to have a few more other meetings to keep getting feedback.
All right, we're going to move on.
Okay, here. And so our next speaker will be Melissa Fernandez.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, so here we have municipal services, and we want to know visually what you guys want to see under city stickers and water bill. We have both of these available. You can purchase your city stickers online, and you can pay your water bill, but we need some feedback on what you guys currently feel about both of these sections of our website.
So that's normally when I go onto the city webpage, because I normally go on the city webpage, is to pay my water bill. And it was tricky before, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot easier to navigate. It doesn't give you the balance of your bill. You literally have to have your paper copy of your bill in order to know what you're going to pay. So having maybe the balance of your water bill would be great.
And so I have, this open here, so it's, go ahead.
Have you seen the new version of it online under utilities on the front page of the homepage where you can click it? Have you tried it? It's available both on mobile and the new website.
I have not.
Okay. Sure. So under one of the things that we have noticed under the mobile version, if you have yet to actually see it, you do have to select, there's an icon that'll say water bill, or I believe it's utility, either one. But you do have to pick one-time payment. You do not have to log in or have an account. You just have to select one-time payment, and it'll take you through the process of paying the bill just like it does on the website version. Sure. And anybody else wanted to say anything about the water bill payment portion? No? Okay, we can move on to the city sticker. It's a busy time of year for us here, so we want to make this process as easy as possible and accessible to anyone. Have you guys tried that out yet? Sure, and we do have FAQs on the website that you can always refer back to if you get stuck, have any questions. Again, you could always give us a call here at City Hall for information, but we would we have them in English and Spanish, the FAQs.
Hi, about the city sticker. I always have trouble trying to navigate to get to that process to order my sticker. So, I mean, I haven't tried it because it's new, but I
Well,
hope-
we're hoping that on the new website, it's a lot easier for everyone to get to, a lot easier to access. So we can show you from the home page if you would like. Go back.
yes,
Oh, you wanna go
yes,
back?
if you
Yeah.
could, please.
Click. Yeah, so here on the home page, you're going to see in the middle section, it's going to say pay your bill. And once you select that, you will get the two options, water bill pay or purchase vehicle sticker. Once you select purchase vehicle sticker, it'll say let's begin. And then here you can go through your options. You have two options, I believe is what it is. I received a vehicle application and I want to purchase sticker, or I have off-street parking. So once you select yours, it'll take you through the prompts to go ahead and purchase. So we're hoping that that makes it a little bit easier and clearer for everybody to navigate.
Okay, I'll have to try that next
Wonderful.
year. Okay, thank you.
Yes, so we do have to remind residents that the online purchase can only be done for cars that have already been registered. If it is a new vehicle, you still have to come in person, register so that you can purchase and receive the ID number that you need to go through the purchase.
Do you have the information as far as how many, I know if you buy one city sticker is this price, the second one, do you have all that information on there so folks know if they're online buying their fourth one, what their cost is going to be?
Yes, so we recently this year updated the FAQs. They are in English and Spanish, and I think it has the pricing, I believe it has the pricing up to 7 vehicles. So that is easily accessible under City Department FAQs.
What about veterans for getting city stickers?
Yes, so we also did in the FAQs put in the new information about they receive, it is one free per household city sticker with the valid ID. There is documentation that they have to provide. I believe it's called like the DD14 ID or something like.
Honorable discharge?
Yes.
Honorable discharge.
Yes. So, and that is also under the FAQs that is available. But again, it's one per household. Sure. So we recently did, from the other meeting, get a lot of feedback about veterans. So we did go ahead and add a veterans page under priorities, and we are still working on it. We would like definitely some feedback on what persons would like to see on this page. But we do currently have the Veterans Crisis Line. We have useful links, which are the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the Veterans Crisis Line, and how to find a VA location.
The veterans also get their sticker online? Will it be
If it is a
mailed?
pre-registered car or renewal, then yes. Mhm.
For, I apologize, for them to receive though, they do have to come.
Oh, that's right. You do, sorry, actually for veterans, because they actually do need to see the documentation, they do have to come in person for the first time. Mhm.
Before you go on, from veterans, it seems to me that there's a lot of services and discounts and features that are provided to residents around the city, but there's no place where it's really sort of summed up in one place electronically online. So I think for that part of the site, it might be a good idea if, as communications professionals, all of you can gather that information from other departments that offer similar services to discounted stickers. So we have a one-stop shop repository for all benefits provided to our seniors. So, our veterans. But the same is true for seniors too, because that's, one thing I've noticed is a lot of different departments provide separate services for senior citizens, but there's no single place on the site where all that information is in one place. So I would suggest consolidating that down into an easy to locate and view repository for our veterans and for our seniors and for any group of individual that receives any sort of special services beyond a regular resident.
Sorry for being late. No,
No worries. Let me put that for you. So we just got started not too long ago. We've had different folks give us some feedback on different dates and topics.
Okay.
We're gonna move on to the next one. Make sure that you get all this information that's for you. Yes, of course.
Where? Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
robocall.
And so now we're going to move on to the senior care aspect of the presentation and workshop. And I'm going to go ahead and just scroll from our priority section on our website at www.berwyn-il.gov to senior services. And here you will find senior services mission statement along with brochures about the many programs that are available through senior services, such as the mobility program, other seasonal assistance, and of course the application. In order to apply and enroll for senior services, it does require enrollment, and it is based on financial criteria to access programs such as the seasonal assistance program. So for now, I'm going to open it up again in what folks would like to see in senior care. Now, I'm not sure if there are any seniors at this particular meeting. There were lots of seniors at the one that we did the presentation at your ward, Alderman Leija, and they had great feedback. A lot of residents asked for almost the same thing as veterans, and we'll get an opportunity for you to give feedback on this topic as well. They asked for the same thing as a veteran, a one-stop shop for senior services that includes mobility discounts programs. I know that a lot of residents had inquired about the senior newsletter. And as you're aware, due to the pandemic, many of those services were halted. The newsletter was discontinued for a short period of time, but we are working with the department in order to, of course, once again, reinstate senior newsletter, which focuses on senior resources. Would you like to give us feedback on what you would think senior care, or we can just move on?
So we got a,
has now been deceased for 2.5 years. My mom was going to investigate and figure out what or how we had gotten it, but it was basically like a bag. We have the Ring doorbell. I haven't upped our subscription, so unless you catch the person like when they ring the bell, I was doing something at the time, so I wasn't by my phone, and to like go back and see. Normally, when you have the subscription, it records, and you can go back and see who it was, who dropped that off. We didn't see who it was, unfortunately, but we didn't get a heads up. Like I said, I have to confer with my mom and figure out how we got this. I'm assuming it was for my grandmother, and I don't know where they got that information from. But yeah, I think what this gentleman was saying behind me in terms of the one-stop shop, like I think that this is good, and this is what the website is trying to do, so that everybody can find what they need here, right? Like, again, I missed the beginning part, so I'm assuming that this is what the purpose is, and it was before and continues to be. But I guess I'm just here, and I will figure out. I know you and I spoke before, and I feel bad because I didn't reach out like this. I wanted this to be important for me. I wanted to be here earlier. I got out of work late and traffic. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to follow as best I can, and then kind of, give feedback where it's needed for each of these things, and from what I've seen from the website so far.
So,
As I hear her speaking, you brought up a good point. Maybe have links on there, like a link to the post office. So if a senior does get an odd package, they don't want to leave their house, there's a link there. They could click on that link, and maybe it'll take them to the post office. Maybe a link to the Veterans Hospital. I think that having links there where they don't have to search anywhere else for help would be helpful for them.
So as far as Gen Care goes, it was Gen Care? Yeah. We work with a number of different agencies, Gen Care, Solutions for Care. At the moment, we are sharing information, but we don't have an official partnership. However, we are proposing that with Solutions for Care, Gen Care being another service provider. So I think both of those links are important to include. But we'll find out about when Gen Care and other agencies may be distributing information so that they can let us know, and then we can either support that information. But yeah, I was not aware of that mailing, but we'll reach out to that agency.
It was like an actual
wow.
they like a care package, if you will.
Services?
Yeah, they
So
like.
I actually believe, because I know that we were, senior services here at City Hall was distributing, I think they did about almost 200 bags.
Okay.
I think they did get donation for bags from Gen Care. So
Okay.
that could have come directly here. And we, like, as you said,
Your mother is no longer part of the program because unfortunately she's deceased.
No, my grandmother.
your grandmother.
grandmother,
Okay.
yes. Mom is still alive.
Yes. Yes, but off camera and stuff, we can go ahead and get your information and let senior services know that that
Sure.
person is no longer, receiving these services from them. So it's cleaning up the recipient
The
list.
database, yeah, of
Yeah,
what they have.
definitely.
'cause
So thank you. But now that you say Gen Care, they did get a donation of bags so it did come from City Hall. That
Yeah,
bag came-
side note, it just, my mom was upset because a lot of, like, it was dropped. It wasn't a
Yeah.
heavy bag or like a box.
Yes,
I
and there
know when
should
they
be
do
like
the
a phone
Thanksgiving
call and things,
dinners,
yeah.
they put it in like a box, right? With the turkey, all the stuff.
Yeah.
But like this was like the shampoo bottles were like busted open, all kinds of like. She was just highly upset. Like again, this is an aside, but that's why I was just kind of like, okay, right? Who are we supposed to see? And a lot of seniors, if they're living alone,
Yes.
they don't have unless a family member, somebody comes and installs a Ring doorbell. You know what I mean? And then even with like the smartphone access, depending on the age of these people, there are very active 60 plus people, and then there's some that just aren't. We had an elderly gentleman in our neighborhood, actually he was at 34th in Oak Park Avenue, who just passed away a few months ago, but for years was like very independent, public transportation, used to ride the bus all the time, like, wherever he needed to go, he would go. by himself, but like use a smartphone, that's not his thing. So like while this is helpful, and especially a website, yes, from a computer, that's still another thing that is removed where they don't, you know what I mean? They're still going to use a phone number. They're still going to call. They're still going to call here and ask, and how do I do this? This is the problem. I saw some kids running across and doing this, you know what I mean? Like, it's helpful for those that are computer savvy, but if it's not going to be helpful for them to like find this, there needs to be a different mode of.
So it's going back to finding the balance between print for seniors and online
Correct.
tools. So that we've talked about finding that balance
Sure.
between both.
And then in this workshop, we don't have as many seniors, but it was surprising that at the last workshop, we actually had both seniors that were stating, you know, what you stated, we'd like more print, and then we had other seniors that are very active in mobile. So I think that was a great thing, because we also always almost presumptuously assume that seniors are not tech savvy, but you know, like, you know, senior now, the age is 63, 65, and many folks, in fact, one of the seniors that was there said, I know how to use the computer. I'd like the opportunity for both. I don't want folks to assume that because I'm a senior, I don't know how to use the computer. I actually use the computer a lot, and we actually found that in terms of our social media, we have older folks that follow Facebook as an example, and that is completely different from, you know, other age groups, and that is why we've expanded social media, because we understand that different folks want to receive information in different way. But thank you for bringing that up, because again, we are going to find that balance between print and digital. So perfect. But the updating of the records, that's huge. Thank you, because we would not be aware if you know, you had not given us that opportunity to. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Here you go.
We have many seniors in my neighborhood, and unfortunately, they're not computer. They don't have a computer, and they wouldn't know what to do if they did. So, I mean, I talked to them about, because we have a lot of great services for our seniors that they can use. Is there something like a booklet or something that the city provides that we can, you know, pass out to our seniors?
At the moment, our brochures are per the service, so we do not have an all-inclusive brochure. We are still working, as I stated before, with senior services in order to create partnerships with outside agencies like Gen Care and Solutions for Care. So we're waiting for that to, you know, be confirmed so that we can include them on our brochures. At the moment, we only have, and I'm just going to pull it up, and I know that it's hard for the folks online that are watching us live stream to see it, but again, this information can be found under the senior services section of the website under priorities. Just a second, it's loading. So what's loading right now is the brochure. That's specifically for the mobility program. And then there's another brochure specifically for seasonal assistance, seasonal care assistance. So that would be things like seniors that need assistance mowing their lawns, seniors that have a certain disability that would prevent them from doing, you know, household chores. So at the moment, we have two separate pamphlets, but I think that this is a great way to initiate and bring back the newsletter and let folks know, not just so much because they can always find out what we have on our website, but what is externally available. Because there are actually many programs and agencies that are available to seniors. You're going to find the links included in the future on our website that are not specifically from the City of Berwyn, but they're still from, you know, the Department of Health or Cook County, and so there's county resources that are available for City of Berwyn seniors that we want to promote. We have a great relationship with Cook County Department of Public Health and Cook County government, so they've been incredible about ensuring that many of their programs are always provided to us. You're gonna see, if you haven't already seen, that they've made our way into our social media feeds. And so I think what may be useful is to have a monthly feature, so that, because there is so much information, it can get overwhelming. We don't want pages with running links and information. I know that that's not something folks were thrilled about from our old website. So what we're going to do is monthly features, where every month we can feature a different service or agency, and we can give it its time for people to get to know it, aldermen to receive the information, and constituents to pass the word around. So finding that balance between digital and print, and also word of mouth, which is a great tool here in the city of Berwyn, and the reason why we put so much time and effort into the city pop-ups, because we actually, at these pop-ups, connect with an average of 300 to 500 residents per pop-up. We usually do it, as I said, across the city for 2 to 4 hours, and so we know that word of mouth and in person is something that's really, appreciated by residents. So we're gonna move on. Thank you guys so much. Going great with the time. Who's next? Okay, and now we're going to have 7th Ward Alderman Mary Beth Arenella. She was kind enough to help us facilitate the community development aspect of this, so I'm going to give it right to you.
Okay, thank you. If we can go to that tab. Yes, okay. So under this tab, we'd like to get feedback as far as what you would like to see. As of now, we have the CDBG, we have the Berwyn Development Corporation, but if there is any other ideas to put under the community development, any visuals, that would be great.
Well, I just have one idea.
Okay.
The community development program, from what I know about it, it offers extensive services and support and resources to residents who may be under financial hardship or other circumstances where they need that intervention. But I think to the average resident that isn't fully aware of what CDBG is and what it provides, it becomes very taxing trying to disassemble everything and manufacture it into something usable for them in their home. So more of a general statement here. I see CDBG as a very complicated operation. I don't understand the mechanics of it. But if it could be written down to a level where the average resident that isn't that familiar with government would be able to know what services are available and what the income thresholds are and what all the other factors are that come into making use of those programs, those loan programs, those rehab programs, I think that would be a very critical benefit with the new site, almost a summary. Because from looking at your old site, there's a lot of historical reporting. I see right here, there's the annual reports that are submitted through HUD. A lot of great information if CDBG is something that you're really strongly suited in. But if you're just somebody with a home that wants to get new windows, and you want to know that if my city can help me somehow, there should be something plain and simple that explains the programs.
Simplify programs.
Too much information, maybe we need to
Separate them.
revise
Separate them. So simplify and kind of separate everything and maybe explain what each program can be useful for the resident. Eligibility.
So your feedback is one that we hear a lot, but again, it's finding that balance because the majority of the residents will give us that information, and then we do have other residents that want all the reports. So one of the things that we're moving towards is having a subsection for the resident that wants to, look at the full form, the signatures, all the I's and the T's, and the resident that just wants to know who, what, where, and how. So we are working towards the subsection so that, folks who want to, get a little deeper into, more aspects of CDBG because they do fund nonprofits. They do a lot of work. It's a robust department, but not necessarily with a resident that doesn't have a nonprofit, as an example, that's just looking for rental or mortgage assistance, wouldn't need to go through all that to find that information. So thank you for that feedback. We do hear about that a lot, and we are working towards creating those pages
And I have
separately.
one last question. I know Berwyn doesn't have a housing authority, but are services similar to that provided by CDBG?
Yes, we have similar services, and we do work with HUD and the Illinois Department of Housing Authority. And we're moving actually forward in order, just like I said about senior services, to have more county information available for residents for Berwyn that are not necessarily out of the city of Berwyn, so that people can access those resources. We want to make sure that folks get all the resources, not just the city of Berwyn resources, because essentially we're part of Cook County, so we are supported by Cook County for these resources. And again, I just want to give a huge shout out to Cook County government, because they have been very, very supportive in ensuring that we get all the information, and that has been posted on our website and on our social medias. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else? Anyone good to go?
Under this section, community development.
Community development?
I'd say too, a lot of the things that are listed on Facebook, and I think like I said, Claudia, that I've had a conversation with you about this before. I don't per se love the idea that a lot of, and again, I apologize because this is probably circling back to what was stated in the beginning. I know we're going like kind of section by section, but that Facebook is I feel the website, and this is again what I'm hoping is happening now with updates, with this feedback, so that we can go to the website, get the information that we need. And if I don't have to use Facebook, I don't. I don't like Facebook. It's a necessary evil. I'm not, I guess I'm kind of Instagram age. I've not used it. I have a bunch of friends that do, and even older friends that do, but that's not my thing. I just don't want a social platform necessarily to be able to find out, you know what I mean? Like when it's a meetup kind of, hey, there's these neighbors, we're doing this, and that, we're having a meetup, a block party, something like that, sure. But I feel like the more that it involves community and or, under the entity of government, city government, that it should be able to be on here. But within the community development part, I want to be able to find said information for that, not just like necessarily the calendar and be like, oh, if there's a group, like a seniors group, they've got the luncheons and stuff like that, right? That's what was put in the mailers that we get for our water bill and stuff. But like, define if there's something else. Like I realize that's part social, but also this can be a place, the website, to be able to find some of this stuff. If that makes sense.
As I stated before, there's not as many folks here, but in our pop-ups, residents say that to us all the time, which is why we are investing so much time on the website, because we actually had a shift during the pandemic. There was a large number of people that were on social media, and then as we continued to do the pop-ups throughout the last 2 years, we started to notice a trend of residents actually saying, I'm taking a break, I'm disabling, and asking us. We are going to be using the website. We actually hear that actually quite often on our pop-ups. Folks do get the robocalls, and they seem to like that, and that's how they get to our pop-ups often too. But looks like the trend is to really have the website be the main platform. So thank you for your feedback. No, yep, we hear it a lot.
We appreciate your feedback.
Okay. Do we have anything else, anybody else on this? And if not, we can move on. We're right on time. And so again, for the folks watching us on this live stream, although you are not able to participate, you can always send us an email in our website. You can go to the Connect With, and you can send us an email. You can send an email to communications@berwyn-il.gov with the information that you would like to see, specifically visuals for municipal services for our website. We do plan on working diligently on this website for the next couple of months, and then having a formal launch at the end of the year, okay?
Okay, and up next we have Patricia Leija, and she will be talking about Veterans tab.
Okay. Hi. I notice on our website There is a lot of services for our veterans already, but if we would like to see if there's anything we're missing, and we can add to it. So if you could please kind of go through our visual and see what else you would like to add for services to our veterans.
So right now, I'm just gonna open the different pages,
Okay.
and anybody has any comments, but yeah, we have the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, there's crisis lines, and find a VA location. Of
Yes.
course, this is bare now, because we're leaving at 30 days.
We're waiting for more information so we can add it to our website. But we do have a lot of services we're requesting. So we have the crisis hotline available. That's 24 hours, 7 days a week. We have the health care for veterans, disability, education, our veterans, the records for if you need an ID, a new ID card. We have, let's see, we also have find a VA location. And yeah, and if there's anything else that you would like to see up here, I mean, finding a VA location is very helpful. And once you find the location, they can, service you for whatever your needs are.
And this section is most likely will also include that information about the veteran discounts. At the last meeting, we also had
Stickers.
a couple of residents ask us about locally where veterans can get a discount from our local shops, from our local businesses. And so we will be working with the Berwyn Development Corporation in order for us to have something quick and easy so that people that do have veteran status are able to find out where they can support inside of the City of Berwyn businesses, and those businesses are showing their appreciation right back by offering discounts. So I was told that there's many businesses in the City of Berwyn that offer veteran discounts, but we don't have a list of those in one place. This is where you're going to find veteran discounts, information, and so much more. So thank you.
What about veteran groups? So veterans could find groups in the area, the disabled veteran groups, the... Right.
There's one more upcoming collaboration that we've been working on. It's with the Cook County Commission of Veterans Affairs Assistance. And so we are working with them as well. Again, these are all conversations that are taking place currently, and we're waiting not just to get more resident feedback in these manners, but also for the agencies themselves to let us know how we can work together. So that is coming, another formal partnership. Okay.
One last idea along this same tangent. I know in town there are a number of different veterans events that are done annually. There's some that are done as part through the city. There's some that are done privately. I think this section, if it had a capacity to keep that information in a timely fashion, so at least our veterans can know they can look to the city's main web presence as a single source for any events that might be available to them. So it's not always services and those kinds of things, but sometimes just positive events that reoccur in this city. This would certainly be a good place to showcase those things.
Absolutely, and one of our also community partners that we've received a lot of support is the Combined Veterans of Berwyn. They are a nonprofit organization that operates here at the City of Berwyn, but they do incredible work. If you don't already follow them on their social media, please do so. So one of the other things that we'll be doing is reaching out to groups like the Combined Veterans of Berwyn to find out from a smaller, more targeted group of veterans what they would like to see as well. So big shout out to Combined Veterans of Berwyn for all their assistance throughout the years. That's it? Okay, awesome. If there's no more feedback, oh, parking. Oh, there wasn't any. Oh, okay. So we also have, since we're right on time, we also have something that we call a parking lot. This is whenever there's an opportunity for residents to give feedback. We know that there might be other things that they want to state that maybe is not part of the theme or agenda. This workshop did not have a open forum section, so we're going to consider this the open forum section. So we're going to go to the parking lot, which is right here. And if at this time anybody has any other feedback that is not related to the specific themes that we discussed, you guys can go ahead and let me know.
Can you talk about the option for Spanish?
Yes, absolutely. So this website is powered by Granicus. So Granicus is a leading national CMS website provider. And so one of the things that they let us know is that this is fully ADAD compliant website, so it already does that for us. However, one of the things that has recently occurred is that previously all websites had the option of Google Translate as an option, so did our page. Now, that option is not available anymore through our service provider. The reason for that is we have been notified that these options are now available directly from your mobile device. You can actually go into your settings and change to a preferred language. And so that is the option that we're advising and that we're guiding residents towards. So in their settings, they change the language because that Google Translate button is no longer available. So I just wanted to be clear on that.
Just one general point, and I'm glad you guys were aware of this when this new site was designed. The previous generation site was predominantly desktop friendly. In other words, the formatting and the layouts and the colors were designed around desktop limitations. In today's world, tablets, smartphones, everything's mobile. So I was very glad to see when I pulled up the new site this past weekend that the mobile view of the new Berwyn site is almost a spitting image of the desktop view. So that was something I'm glad to see that you all took very seriously when you chose this content management provider, because I'd venture to say the majority of people viewing the site now are on one of their smartphones or their tablets versus sitting in an office on a computer. So good job on that. And I was glad to see that I didn't see any broken links or pages cut off or text that ends of the paragraphs were shortened because of the screen being cut off. So that was a very nice thing to see. I was glad to see that mobile view being taken seriously with this new site.
Thank you for that feedback.
Okay, thank you. And I had somebody just remind me, I'm going to just relay the information in Spanish. We did not receive any requests for accommodations for Spanish, but while we're on the subject, I want to make sure that, any viewers that we may have or anybody that may share this link later on with other residents, letting them know, hey, the City of Berwyn is requesting feedback from us to find out what the priorities are. I want to make sure that that translates also to our Spanish-speaking community. So I'm just going to really quickly say that information. Thank you. So les quiero dejar saber hoy que esta junta que estamos teniendo hoy es específicamente para poder obtener sus inquietudes y también cualquier cosa que ustedes piensen que se debería incluir en el sitio de página que tenemos de la ciudad. En este momento alguien hizo una pregunta sobre la habilidad de tener traducciones en la página, y les queremos dejar saber que esa opción está disponible bajo su propio teléfono, en donde están sus settings, donde están la habilidad para que cambien el lenguaje, los colores, hasta el tamaño de la letra que ve usted en el celular. Entonces queremos dejarles saber a las personas hispanohablantes de que nosotros siempre ponemos toda la información bilingüe, pero cuando lo vean en nuestra nueva página de web, la opción que antes tenían para que se hagan traducciones por Google ya no está disponible. Esto no es una opción que está disponible para nuevas páginas, desafortunadamente, pero la compañía los ha dejado saber que la opción sí está disponible bajo sus teléfonos, solamente tiene que ir donde están sus herramientas, así se llama la opción, y en esas herramientas van a ver que hay una opción para lenguaje, pueden cambiar el lenguaje a español, y entonces cuando hagan ese cambio y esa actualización desde sus celulares, van a ver la actualización en la página de web cuando lo abra de su celular. Le queremos dejar saber eso. Nosotros también somos completamente bilingües en la oficina del alcalde. Si tienen cualquier pregunta, pueden hablarnos directamente al 708-749-6432 o al 708-749-6499, y también los pueden mandar un correo electrónico a communications@berwyn-il.gov. Nosotros estamos disponibles para responder a cualquier pregunta. En Spanish. Una cosa que voy a incluir también en español, que les dejé saber a todas las personas que estuvieron con nosotros hoy, es que tenemos una encuesta que ahorita está disponible en nuestra página de web, otra vez el www.berwyn-il.gov, y la tenemos en medio, donde usted va a ver que dice Online Survey, encuesta en línea. Cuando usted oprima ese botón, va a poder usted escoger las diferentes métodos o opciones que usted prefiere conectarse con la ciudad. Y en esta manera nosotros podemos recibir toda esa información y evaluar en qué manera nosotros podemos, y todas las diferentes opciones que tenemos para dar la información que ustedes piensen que es importante. Thank you for that. Okay. If there's no other comments or questions, then we are going to be closing it out at 6:56, which is perfect. We have till 7. So once again, just as a reminder for our live stream, this will not be the only option of opportunity for you to provide the City Communications Division with feedback. We do have an ongoing survey online, and we will also be sending out a robocall with the online option so that all the residents can take advantage of that opportunity, even if they cannot be with us today. As we know, many folks work and it is difficult for them to get here. And again, if you see us during the city pop-ups, you can always, we're gonna have ongoing surveys at all our pop-ups as well. The next one's going to be a PCs for People, which is next week, October 19th. So October 19th here at City Hall from 11 to 2. This is a afternoon, midday opportunity. You can always come in, and there'll be other opportunities in the evening. And we'll always post that on our events calendar and, of course, on the City of Berwyn website. So, okay. Okay. So, voy a repetir este mensaje también sobre la próxima oportunidad que vamos a estar disponibles aquí en la ciudad el próximo miércoles, el octubre 19, de 11 a 2 de la tarde. Vamos a estar aquí en el ayuntamiento, ubicado en el 6700 de la calle 26. Estamos aquí con el propósito de entregar las computadoras para las personas que se preregistren para nuestro evento con PCs for People, la organización que en colaboración con la ciudad ha dado más de 200 computadoras a diferentes residentes de la ciudad, más aparte opciones para internet de bajo costo. Entonces, vamos a estar aquí próximo miércoles de 11 a 2 con la librería de Berwyn, para estar dando las computadoras, pero también para registrar a personas y también para que ustedes reciban la información en español y siempre estén conectados con nosotros. Okay. So I think I got everything covered and we are right on the dot. So thank you, everyone. I want to really thank my colleague, Melissa Fernandez, for all her work in making sure that the city site is up and running. She is our content media manager, so the social media postings and the schedule is all due to her hard work. I couldn't do it without her, so I want to thank Melissa, and also my co-host for the evening, 7th Ward Alderman Mary Beth Arenella, and 3rd Ward Alderman Richard Leija. Thank you guys for your support, and of course, Patricia Leija. Not just for your support, but also for always ensuring that our communications are shared. I want to give you guys a big shout out, as well as all the aldermen that consistently share our communications. You don't have to share from our site. You don't have to have social media. We always send the information that is important directly to your respective aldermen. They do receive emails with the notifications, and we hope that they will continue to share that information with you all. So thank you. If there's anything you want to say.
Again, we are available. We want your feedback. We want to make sure that we make this site everything it can be and make it easily accessible for everyone. So please don't be afraid to reach out. If you see us at a pop-up, please stop by, say hi, give us your feedback. We will always have these surveys available for you. You can give us a call or by email. We will answer. So please do reach out, guys.
Thank you to everyone who took part.